What's up guys, Max here, and a huge convention called Gamescom was going on over the past week, and Capcom is there demoing and debuting the latest two characters we saw in Street Fighter V over the past month, which was NECALLI and VEGA. And I kind of wanted to do a breakdown of what's going on with these characters. I'm really anxious to know what's been going on with NECALLI. And VEGA, not so much. I've never been a huge VEGA fan in terms of just his overall prowess amongst the Street Fighter games, but there is something pretty substantial that is happening to VEGA that is interesting to talk about. So let's quickly talk about VEGA. And the most interesting thing about this character, and you all might remember from VEGA in every single previous version of Street Fighter that he has been in, VEGA is no longer a charge character. If you look at his special move list, which was revealed at Gamescom, he is mostly comprised of Shoryuken motions as well as fireball forward and fireball back motions. He is all a motion directed character and no longer has charges at all. This is a huge departure for VEGA, but it's kind of telling of what might be the future of Street Fighter V. They have said that this is not completely final, that he could actually switch back to being a charge character when the game does eventually launch, but there are charge characters already in this game. Like Bison is a charge character in Street Fighter V. I was kind of surprised when I actually got my hands on him, looking at moves that I thought would initially be non-charge moves, and they absolutely were charged moves. Other characters like Charlie, which were initially going to be charge characters, just like Guile and his previous versions in the Street Fighter Alpha series, no longer have any charges whatsoever, and he is a complete motion character. So I do think that charge characters are going to be a thing in SF5. However, right now, I believe that they're trying to switch that up. There could even be a change potentially down the line that might change some stuff that Chun-Li does, because some of her moves still are charge motions, as well as Bison because he is strictly charge motions almost through and through. But VEGA going completely to the different route, just like Charlie, means that they're definitely trying to change the accessibility of some of these characters. Some people feel really hampered playing charge characters, and they do inherit more of a defensive kind of play style, and this is something that inherently was built into the Street Fighter system all the way back to Street Fighter 2. Do you play a charge character or do you play a direction character? And now I'm kind of glad that this is going to change. I'm not really excited that VEGA has gotten this change, but other characters I'm very much looking forward to because I really enjoy the way Charlie turned out. It was kind of a refreshing surprise that he's somewhat my favorite character that's playable in the game right now outside of Ken, and I'm really having fun with him, and I'm enjoying his playstyle and actually using him not like a charge character. It's a lot of fun. Now, NECALLI is the thing I really wanted to talk about because this guy inherently was really interesting just to look at. I do like his very beastly looking style. Apparently he's Aztec in terms of his story and where he's from, so I don't believe that the specific stage that was like New Zealand is attached to him. Really, I'm not too sure if they've actually announced that yet, but we did get a look at his moves, and he is also a directional character, and he does have a couple of traits that are kind of similar to Abel and some people that have been talking about it. He is somewhat of a lunging slow character, but he does have a few moves that make him fairly interesting, most specifically his V-trigger and his V-skill, and his V-skill is almost identical to what C-Viper would do in Street Fighter 4. It's a ground pound, and you can actually combo into this thing, you can cancel normals into it, and the best thing about it is that his character also has 3 specific stocks it takes all the way to get to his V-trigger. Just like Ken, just like Bison, it can take quite a long time dealing with just taking damage to eventually get your V-trigger. But with this thing called the culminated power, where he slams the ground and you can control the distance, just like Viper from Street Fighter 4, you can build it really quick because you can combo into it, and then you're going to be seeing this happening quite a bit, of them comboing into their V-skill, and then activate his V-trigger, which is called the Torrent of Power. This thing kind of like changes different properties of his normals and special moves. He does a little bit more damage, and he looks really damn cool when he's in this mode. He's got kind of a lunging forward slice between all of his specials, this thing that's kind of very similar to Wolverine. There's a lot of similarities between Wolverine and NECALLI, and we were seeing that in the trailer, and it's especially present when you actually see gameplay of him. He's also got one that's somewhat like a Shoryuken style move, and he does have a close range command grab, so he is going to be a very much in your face style character, and he does have a couple of interesting chain combos as well. I do like NECALLI. I think they did a really good design with him right now, and we haven't seen a lot of crazy gameplay with the character as of yet. However, he definitely will be one I'm going to try out, and I hope we will get a chance to play him in the beta sometime soon. Again, Vega, not too entirely excited about. I do find it very interesting that they're giving him a dodge mechanic, and NECALLI has the ability to kind of like go through fireballs as well, because his forward dashing special does also have one hit of armor that can go through fireballs too, so even more characters that have the ability to avoid projectile zoning, and that's definitely a thing that's been present in almost every single Street Fighter game, and in this game they are giving you the tools to get around that stuff, so that just carries over once again to Vega and NECALLI. What do you guys think of Vega? I do think Vega's face looks really weird in some angles, and then other angles he actually looks not too bad at all. NECALLI looks great through and through. I'm really happy with the way this character looks and sounds. I really want to play him to see how he actually plays like. Does he play like Abel? Does he play like other command grab characters? He might look like he has Wolverine moves, but he definitely does not have Wolverine speed. Thanks a ton for watching, guys. As soon as we get more information about Street Fighter V, I will let you know, but there has been a lot of discussions lately about Street Fighter V kind of being Capcom's League of Legends title, where they will consistently update this base game that will cost like $60, and we're going to get more characters kind of similar to how Killer Instinct would roll out characters. But the crazy thing is that all the characters you can get in Street Fighter V can be acquired in the game from that point forward. You only have to pay a certain set amount to invest into the game, which is awesome. I think that's a extremely good call for the future of the game and treating Street Fighter V as a platform, because one of the most important things, and I'd like to make a video explaining why and some examples of what's happened with this, is a continually supported fighting game. One that gets updates, not too dramatic of changes, but additions to costume items and upgrades to net play and new characters. That's really important for a fighting game, and Street Fighter V is definitely setting up for a bright future. I'm looking forward to it, and I just want to play some more friggin' Ken, man. I need to get my hands back on that character. As always, dudes, thanks a ton for watching. My name is Max, and I'll see you next time.